Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BANDLAB Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. This morning, we've got Need Me by A.R Bliss. So, without further ado, to the lab!
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
To the lab! Need Me by A.R Bliss at A.R Bliss 219 out of Chicago, Illinois, USA, repping 588 followers. I first heard this track on BANDLAB Radio, which has been a really great way that I've been hearing a lot of artists that I wouldn't normally be able to find. So if you get a moment, head on over to the Explore page and check out BANDLAB Radio. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Oh, okay. Yes. So good.
Emotions riding high.
Emotions riding high for me with this track.
You're open like a book. But you're so misunderstood. You wanna live your life and put the past behind.
The mix on this vocal is really great. It's crispy, light, and airy. It's not booming too hard through the track, so it sounds like it's been EQ'd correctly. That was a really great transition into this part of the track. I like how the lyrics appear to be relatively simple, but they're using the music to express the correct idea. Everything comes together, and you know that this is not a track about going to the lake with your friends during the summer. No. This is a track about being close and intimate by candlelight.
Let love flow in here tonight. Let it flow, baby, yeah.
Boom, 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 heartbeat kick.
Baby, you need me tonight.
It's really great when that kick comes in because it takes us to give us more energy in this portion of the track, whereas before we were relying more on the vocal. But now that we've brought in that low end to really fill out the entire track, we know where the energy is coming from. That kick. Bass is pretty good too. Dum 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 dum. The little vocal in there.
You need me tonight, baby.
The hi-hats, the riser coming in to bring us to this final piece where we have everything back in. The ethereal ooze, our pad that's giving us this kind of... It's not creepy because in this instance, we have framed it as ethereal. It's otherworldly, and with our theme of You Need Me Tonight, the way that we're using the kick and the clap, this same pad that could be creepy in another song is romantic and ethereal in this track.
You need me tonight.
Going out on that vocal sample is a good call. Yes, A.R Bliss, cool track, man. Need Me was released a while ago. I had never heard of it until BANDLAB Radio, and I'm really glad that it brought it to my attention. Almost 1,000 plays here, which is great. deserves more. So everyone should head on over and listen to A.R Bliss at A.R Bliss 219 and his track Need Me. Two things I love and one thing I want more of on this track. The first thing I love is the vocal. A.R Bliss brings an excellent vocal that is not over encumbering the track with lyrical content, because that's not what this track is about. This track is about a feeling, not a story. And in fact, if you create the right vibe with the right vocal and keep it scant with the lyrics the way that we have here, you create a totally different story, almost a write your own adventure book. And we know what adventure these people are writing. The second thing I love, so first, the vocal, the way that it sits in there. It's mixed perfectly as far as what the vocal sounds like and how it sits within the track. The track is bringing all of this energy in mids and lows, and the vocal sits crispies and highs, high and crispy, and it just sits really well. It's a good focal point. The second thing I love is this bass, or rather kick heartbeat. Through the song, we have these areas, these elements where we hear the bass doing its thing, dum, 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 while we're getting more lyrics in the verse. We only hear the bass. But then when we come to the chorus or to the hook, we fade into it with the transition, and now we have a heartbeat. So now suddenly we have all this extra energy from this kick. And I know it sounds really simple, but if you mix your kick really well and you let your verses breathe, then your choruses can become much bigger with just something like a kick. When you add a heartbeat to something, it brings it to life, right? In this particular instance, it is a situation where a lot of times we talk about subtracting elements from the mix and then bringing them back later. This is an instance of adding something to the mix to make it bigger. So the chorus gets to stand on its own with the bass kind of leading the low end through there. And then when we get to, or rather the verse gets to stand on its own. And then when we get to the chorus, we add in this kick to go along with everything else. And it almost like makes us feel like we're running. It gives us this opportunity to really amp things up. So that's the second thing I love. The first thing is the way the vocal sits in the track. High, crispy, light. And then the second thing I love is the kick and the way that it's used dynamically throughout the track to create energy in areas where we want more energy. In the verse, we're focusing on the vocal. In the chorus, where we have the hook and we want to feel more, we're focusing on the heartbeat to give us that feeling, to bring us to life there. So those are the two things I love. The one thing I want more of is, I think in this track particularly, I'm looking for a synth with a melody to complement the light and crispy vocal. So for here we have the doo doo doo, and then we have the twinkly doo doo doo. We have those synths in the background, but we don't have anything that's more upfront, kind of in that vocal frequency range. In this case, it sounds like 12 to 1600 frequency range. Something that stabs through just a little bit more to maybe be a harmony for the vocal, or to be a counter melody in the moments where the vocal goes away. So if we came in here to the hook and were to do something like, let's get those vocals in here.
You need me, baby, baby. You need me, baby.
So you can hear maybe how if you were to put, almost a techno stab, but not something that overpowers the mix. It has to be subtle, but something that gives the vocal a counter melody that's playing with it the whole time, intermingling, intertwined. After all, this is a song that is about being intertwined. And I think that really intimate work between the vocal and a counter melody would really bring these two things together to create the union that we're talking about here without using any of the feeling. So that's the one thing I think I want more of. I think I want just a synth for a counter melody to go with this awesome airy vocal. This track is excellent. I'm so glad that BandLab Radio played it for me. Everyone needs to go over to BandLab and follow A.R Bliss 219 from Chicago, Illinois. Listen to Need Me. And don't forget to follow DJTatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. Subscribing and commenting, that really helps us out. I'd love to see what you guys are thinking of BandLab plus coffee. Love to know the two things you love and the one thing you want more of on any of these tracks. So in the meantime, thanks for drinking coffee with me, and we'll see you next time.